Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to today's episode of That BS Podcast. This is the safe space where we are re engineering belief systems to successfully transform life's obstacles to opportunities. And today we are talking about having faith makes my tough situations manageable. I am super excited to be with you this morning. It is a cool, crisp, balmy 53 degrees here in Tampa. I had a fantastic walk with my Luna Love Black Lab uh, mix. And you'll hear in the background, she is enjoying her toy time. So hopefully it's not too terribly distracting. So let's get into it. Having faith makes my tough situations manageable. Life brings some challenging situations that test my fortitude. Hold on just a minute. Okay, it may not have been working your nerves, but it was working mine. Okay. Having faith makes tough situations manageable. Life brings some challenging situations that test my fortitude and willpower. I am better able to cope with rough times because I have faith. I have faith that a greater power than me guides my step. And for me, that greater power I call God is God for me. God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. My belief in God helps me feel confident about my future. My faith is in myself is a powerful force that instills a deep sense of confidence in my abilities. It assures me that even in the face of daunting challenges, I possess the resilience and resourcefulness to find a fitting solution. Sometimes I am required to help others, my children, those in ministry, uh, friends through emotional breakups. That is hard for me sometimes because I know when people are hurting, it hurts. I hurt when other people hurt, but I rely on my beliefs to give sound advice. My faith is not limited to personal matters. It also plays a significant role in my career decisions. While it may seem practical to stick to a job that offers a steady income, my faith guides me to follow my passion, knowing that it will lead to a fulfilling career or other income earning opportunity. The decision to leave a steady income for an uncertain future is based purely on faith. Let me repeat that. Rewind. The decision to leave a steady income for an uncertain future is based purely on faith. I know that diligence in my endeavors goes a long way. Faith convinces me that working hard and smart is the key to doing well in whatever income opportunity I choose. Today, right now, trust and believe. I'm facing tough situations with a renewed sense of hope, knowing that my faith will see me through. I understand that patience and endurance are natural byproducts of faith, and I am committed to relying on them to navigate life's challenges. I know I am not the only one who is currently dealing with some tough situations. And for those of us who have a faith based lifestyle, who live by faith, who are believers, it is challenging. But let me say this: that just because our faith helps us make tough situations more manageable, doesn't mean that tough situations aren't tough. Let me say that again. Just because we operate in faith doesn't mean that tough situations and challenges aren't tough. Unfortunately, some of us came through a time where we were taught to name it and claim it, right? Don't make a negative confession. Don't say anything negative because, the fact of the matter is, you will have what you say you have, and you got to talk positively. You have to speak positively, but you also have to deal in reality. You have to deal in truth. And when I say that, this is the example that I like to use. When you go to the doctor, let's say, your foot is bothering you and you want to get to a solution, a healing solution for why your foot is bothering you and what you need to do to fix it. So going to the doctor, your general practitioner, let's start there, your general practitioner, and he's asking you all the questions, your doctor is asking you all the necessary questions, how are you feeling? Is there anything bothering you? Anything we need to focus on? And we sit there and say, no, doc, everything's good. Now, mind you, we made the appointment. This is not our annual physical, right? We called the doctor, we made the appointment. So the doctor is asking us pertinent questions. What brings you here today? Is there anything bothering you? Well, let's talk about it. And if we say no, nothing, I'm great, doctor, all is well, then guess what she's going to do? All right, then. Well, I'll see you again in a year since nothing is bothering you. And then we get in the car and we say, oh, man, my foot is hurting me some kind of bad. I went to the doctor and the doctor didn't even help me. You know where I'm going. The doctor wasn't able or empowered to help us because we didn't speak the truth, because we weren't clear and we didn't articulate, hey, doc, I'm here today because my foot is bothering me and I need you to take a look at it. And maybe we didn't because she was our GP, our general practitioner. So even if we go and see a podiatrist and sit and do the same, let's play that same script all over again, right? That same scene. And the doctor asks, what brings us here today? And we say nothing, I'm just here to get a checkup. And we don't tell them what's going on and we aren't specific. And we leave the doctor's office in the same condition that we walked in. So we have to speak the truth. So operating in faith and making tough situations manageable means that we have to speak the truth. So how do we apply this to our personal life in terms of our faith helping us make tough situations manageable? The loss of a loved one. I don't know about you, but I have lost some loved ones in my life that were very, very dear to me. And it was challenging. Some had long illnesses, others were tragic, others were totally unexpected out of the blue, and they hit hard. But where my faith kicked in is that because I am a Christian and I believe that when our spirit leaves our body, we go to heaven, I believe that I will see them again. That is me activating my faith to make that loss, that tough situation more manageable. Is the peace in knowing that I'll see them again, right? The peace in knowing in situations where if someone was in pain, that they're no longer in pain. That's how it helps me deal with that tough situation. Professionally, how does our faith help us make tough situations more manageable? You know where I'm going. Unplanned job loss. Unplanned job loss. When situations occur that are beyond our control and we find ourselves without a job, without a reliable source of income, and having to go out in the job market or pray about what is the next income earning opportunity, that is a tough situation. I shared on another morning episode of the podcast that I recently retired. That was not my plan. I was going to retire, yes, some years from now, but not now. How about that? But it was the right decision for me at this particular time to retire. But what does that mean? That means that my income changed at a time that I wasn't planning for my income to change today. Tough situation. And seeking other income earning opportunities at a time when I wasn't initially planning on doing that. That's real talk. And again, my background, for those of you who don't know, I retired as the chief budget and financial management officer. So I'm big on planning. That's my occupational hazard is planning years out, months, days, years out of budget planning. And so to make a decision like that at this point where as I say, I was planning on retiring and I had a plan and numbers and everything worked out, all the charts, honey, all the charts, all the things and calculations, everything figured out for years later, not several years later, not too far in a distant future. But again, let me repeat, not today. So having to rework some things is me activating my faith to manage this tough situation. This is me re engineering my belief system around what I was going to do from an obstacle to an opportunity. So think about that. Where are you today? Where is your faith being activated? Are you in the job market today and you weren't planning on being in the job market today? I'm working on some things to help people like me and you who are in the job market that weren't planning on being in the job market and how to make a more smooth transition. I'm diligently working on something behind the scenes, and I'll be super excited to share that with you in the not too distant future. But anyway, whew, having faith makes our tough situations more manageable. Before I get into the proverb and pearl, I forgot to mention, please, I'm working on building up my YouTube channel. Please go to YouTube at the BS Boss and like today's podcast, share it with your friends and family as some encouragement for them, and be certain to subscribe. And when you do that, you'll see that big bell that shows up and you have the opportunity to select all. So anytime a new video posts, you'll get to see it. So please go over to my YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. Now, let's get into our Proverbs and Pearl for today. Proverbs 3 and 1. My child, don't forget my teaching. Remember what I tell you to do. My child, don't forget my teaching. Remember what I tell you to do. As you think about how your faith helps you manage tough situations, ponder this question today. In which tough situations am I unable to make it through? I know right now in this very moment in time, it feels like you won't make it through, but you will. That's what faith is all about. Because faith without works is dead, and you're putting in work. Now, that's BS that will re engineer belief systems, right? To transform life's obstacles to opportunities. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you next episode.